In this example, we've got to create some message files first of all to be able to talk from one Micrologix to another Micrologix. So what you do here is you go on New, you select Message, give it a name, you give it a description if you want to, doesn't matter, leave it as it is, leave everything else as it is. In this example I've already created it, so I'll just look at properties, you can see there, I've just called it 15 elements, which is 15 sort of bits in essence. That's its address. And that's it. So if we open it up, that's the message files. As you can see, I've allocated some descriptions to them. Let's see, all these are all the registers. We also need to create a routing file as well. Same thing again, is right click, new, create a routing file, down there, routing information file, same thing again, give it a name. In this case I've called it routing, let you call it whatever you want. Just have a quick look at it. Now in this one I've already set up the two IP addresses that you can't edit any of these, as you can see. Won't let you do anything. You set these are set up when you set the messages up. Everything else is all pre-filled in for you. So that's it. So in this case, I've set up two routing files. I really need one because I'm only just testing this at the moment. But you'd have more routing files for every message that you want to send. So when we go to this screen here, so it's just another routine that I've created. Jump into remote to test it. We create a timer, set it to 1, use the done bit as the sort of switching mechanism, and then we add a message. So add the message. So the first one I'm using in the data stream is 0, just to set it up and to set up the screen. Now this is the bit which took me a while to get my head round. So this controller says I'm looking at, I want to read a data file. So in this case I'm putting this integer into N760, only because I've used all the others in the rest of this program. It's just one element, that's all I want to look at in this case, and the target device is the remote PLC. So in this case I want to look at this integer file, N721, which will be stored into that integer file. This is the remote routing file number that I need, and this is where you set up the IP address in there. So you just set up the IP address in there, click done, that's it, and that will read the integer file in here. So I'll show you. N721, so you see there's N721, and it'll read that into there where this message instruction is sent. Also on this one, I've also wanted to do a write bit, so I can actually switch this bit on from this controller. This is very similar to the one above. Use message 10. Set up screen again. This time I'm doing a write, so it's a CPU write, and it's coming from this target mode. It could be anything, it could be any other output or input or whatever you want to call it, but this is just test purpose. Device target is this PLC over here, and I want to change that bit flag down here. Again, it's just a local network, so I'm on the local network. The routing file is routing file number 2, which is that one there. Same IP address, same PLC, you see. So there. You could actually use the same routing file actually. I'll probably test that in a later program. Anyway, I've done all that now. I've already pre-downloaded it, so I'm going to go online. That's usual stuff you get. I've got to find the file. Oh, it's not there, I know where it is. That one. There we go. So obviously the messages are being sent. Can't see anything here, but this one there, that's going to read that information, and 721 to 80. If we go into where we sent it, which is 260, as you can see, as that changes, that changes. So that's that value there, which is mapping that, as you can see. So we know that message is working. Then we go to the B30 file that we wanted. So we wanted, what did we set it up as? Remember. B30. Right, so we want to read B30 to like that. So, because it's actually we want that an actual bit that we want to change, we've got to do B31 is the actual bit that I want to toggle. Right, as you can see, that's sent it over there. So I probably need to put some name in this file. Modbus test bit. So as you can see, you don't really need to set up Modbus on these controllers. I know I have done here, but as you can see, I've not used any of the files. It doesn't seem to make any difference. You know, I'm just talking directly Ethernet wise, and that can control the other bits. That's it.